Guys, back with another video. All right, in this video I'm gonna talk about the transcended selector we're gonna get in a couple of days. So I want to go through at least the top 10 best awakening characters on that list. And number one, I'm gonna start off with Moonight, which you can take from level 80 tier 4. So Moonight is basically for ABX and ABL. He can do some World Boss Legend up to a certain point. But Moonight on my list would be number one, especially if you have a CTP of Rage or an Energy. He can work with a proc. So, like I said, Moonight will be number one on my list. Alright, number two on my list is going to be Shadow Shell. Shadow Shell is real easy to play with, especially if you have a Mighty Destruction or a Judgment. I was using her for ABL at the time, but Luna took over that, so I gave her back a Mighty Destruction because I don't have a Judgment. But she can definitely still clear high level content of World Boss Legend. And if you don't have at least Spider Gwen or Luna Snow's Lilac uniform, Shadow Shell is still a good option for ABL, just in case. So Shadow Shell will be number two on my list. All right, number three, I'm going to go with Spider Gwen, especially if you have the Across the Spider-Verse uniform for like ABX and ABL. You have to have a Rage on it to make it work. She is proc friendly also, so you can give her an Energy also. So Spider Gwen will definitely be number three on my list, and she has a little bit of PvP value also. I think she has iframe ignore. Yeah, she has iframe, a counter attack iframe ignore on her third skill. So if you do have her artifact, she can do a little bit of PvP also. So Spider Gwen will be number three on my list. Number four, I'm gonna give that to Gamora. If you have her Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 uniform, really good character. She has her own lead. As you can see, to all speed type 6% physical attack. So that is a really good lead. I do have a Rage on her because I was using her for ABX. Certain days, you'd have to use her if you don't have a tier 4 Luna. So number four will be Gamora on my list. Number five, I'm going to go ahead and put Sif. If you don't have this uniform, but Sif is an amazing support lead. Especially for combat characters. And you see the lead with this uniform to all combat types increase 30% increase of HP and 35% physical attack. And her, no, it's on her uniform. Her uniform effect applies to all allies, increases basic damage dealt to boss types by 45%. So she is a really good support / lead. So, Sif with the Asgard Invasion uniform is number five on my list. Number six, I'm going to go with America Chavez with Doctor Strange 2 uniform. America Chavez is a really good lead / support also. And her leadership applies to all allies with increased all basic attack by 30%. And her uniform effect applies to all allies 40% increase of HP, decreased damage received from reflected effects by 50%, and it reflects all attack. So I use her for a lead and a support. I wish I had a insight on her, but use her for conquest when I do that. But America Chavez is going to be number six on my list. All right, number seven, I'm going to go with Robbie Reyes. Especially if you have the Lord of Vengeance uniform. I use him for his support for Ghost Rider. All right, as you can see, his 4-star passive applies to flame allies, increases fire resist, 80% chance to become immune to fire, and increases fire damage by 30%. And he does have a pretty decent lead, like against Fernol and stuff like that. But I use him for support for Ghost Rider to give him more flame damage and more fire resist. So Robbie Reyes is going to be number 7 on my list. All right, number 8, I'm going to go with Hulkbuster with the 3099 uniform. Hulkbuster is a really good lead / support. As you can see, his 4-star passive to techno-kinetic allies. That means robots like War Machine, Cable, Iron Man, MODOK, Infinity Ultron. They get 35% increase of HP. And then for his lead, all allies get a 35% increase of all basic attack. And Iron Man gets a 70% increase to all attack. And the uniform effect, okay, he just has a heal on his uniform. But number 8, I'm going to get at the Hulkbuster with this uniform. If you don't have Hulkbuster already transcended. All right, number 9, I'm going to go with Medusa with her Inhumans versus X-Men uniform. Medusa is a really good support for Inhumans like Black Bolt. If you're using for GBR or any Universal stage. So as you can see, applies Inhuman allies, increases basic damage dealt to supervillains by 45%. And she also has a really good lead for all Universal types, increases all basic attack by 45%. So that is really good. So Medusa will be number 9, and she doesn't have a uniform effect, but as you can see, I have an insight on mine. But number 9, I'm going to get it to Medusa if you don't have her. And number 10, I'm going to go ahead and get it to Doc Ock. Even though he should be, I should have put him at number 3. So we can swap back and forth in the top 5. So let's see. All right, Doc Ock could be a little bit higher than Gamora. So we could swap them out. So, but anyway, Doc Ock with the Ends of the Earth uniform is for ABX and ABL. He go to level 80 and tier 4, so he's gonna be in the top 10 of my transcended characters. And with the he does have some pretty nice skills. Like you can see, his 4-star passive gives him decreased damage by 25%, and it increases his physical attack by 50%. And to all allies is 30% of increase of HP. And with the uniform, he has another 25% heal with Ignore Dodge. And his tier 2 passive, he does have chain hit damage and guaranteed crit. So I use him in ABL and ABX. So Doc Ock will be, like I said, in the top 10. He'll probably be number 3. So Moonight, Shadow Shell, and Doc Ock will be the top 3. Then after that, you can go from there. So that's my pick for the top 10 transcended characters in the selector that we will get in a couple of days. So make sure you choose wisely. And if you do have any of those characters transcended already, we do have some more down here that are kind of like mentionables, like Drax. Drax is okay, could be better. Then we have Amadeus Cho for story mode if you need him. We have Iron Fist, which is a pretty decent lead for any defenders like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. And we do have Jessica Jones and Luke Cage in the selectors also, which used to be the PvP metas, but they're only useful for Alliance Conquest. Then we have Red Guardian. And we have Human Torch, which is also a good choice. I'll probably say top 15, but Human Torch if you need a character for like dispatch or anything like that. And then I think that was we have Red Skull, but Red Skull is like if you ain't got nobody else. Red Skull, and then we have Silk. Like I said, most of the characters you'll probably need for like story mode. Or you can definitely use Silk for like lower stage of World Boss Legend. And then we have, we have War Tiger also in the selector. So that's up to you and your character that you want to transcend with the selector. But the top 10 are the ones I had up top, and the rest are kind of like fillers if you already have those characters. So that's going to be my top 10 list though for the transcended characters and the selector that we will get here soon. So hit me in the comment box down below. Let me know what y'all guys think. Make sure you smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.